Or if you own like a revolving balance on your credit card and you are a person who have been consistent with making the minimum monthly payment, you can basically call the card issuer company and ask for an interest rate review. So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Justina, and in today's video I am going to talk about how I was able to pay off over $10,000 worth of credit card debt. So before I start this video, I do want to say that I am not a financial advisor. This video is based off my own personal experience as well as the steps and the decisions that I made to help me be able to pay off the credit card debt. But before we get on to this video, if you have already, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, because I will be posting more videos about personal finance as well as savings and investment in the future. Let's get on to this video. So when I basically started my whole debt-free journey at the beginning of last year. So last year in January is when I made the whole decision that I don't want to own a bank, any kind of money. I do not want to own any institute, any kind of money. So that includes car loan, credit card debt, personal loans. I don't want to own it at all. So I made the decision to basically pay off my loan, starting with the loan with the highest interest rate. So and at that time, the loan that had the highest interest rate was my credit card, sitting at a 15% APR. So my credit card was a 15% APR with $10,000. So which means that every single month the interest charge that they were charging me was close to $200 in interest. So I'm going to talk about how I was able to basically pay off that huge chunk of debt within 6 months. When it comes to me paying off my credit card debt, the first thing that I did was establish a budget. So I sat down, I took a pen and a paper, and I went over my spending. So I went over what I was spending money on that was not necessary, as well as what was necessary that I could not avoid spending money on. So I established my wants and my needs. My needs are the regular monthly payment, like recurring monthly payment that I have to spend money on, such as my car, my rent, my light, baby supply, food for the house, and all of those other stuff. Those are necessary. Those were essential that I had to spend money on. My wants were all the extra stuff, like the background noise, buying a new pair of shoes, buying a new shirt, going shopping, getting my nails done. All those stuff were background noise. So I don't really need to spend my money on those, but I wanted to spend my money on it. So I established a budget, and I told myself I'm going to be disciplined and only spend my money on what was absolutely necessary, and whatever was left, I am going to put it towards my credit card. So at this point with me doing this, I also went to my finance people. I'm in the military, so I went to my finance people and I told them that I wanted to receive my check once a month. That also helped me because I knew exactly what was coming in. And after I made that decision, I also called all my billing company, and I told them to move all my bills to the first of the month. So once my paycheck hit the first, all the bills were taken out, and I knew exactly the amount that I had left, and then whatever was left over, I would take that and put it towards my credit card. I think that's one of the things that helped me so much, because I knew exactly what I had left over and what I can afford to spend. So it's establishing a budget and basically moving my paycheck to once a month. That helped me tremendously. Tip number 2 was that I took a look at my savings, and I also took a look at my credit card. The reason why I'm saying this is that, so I had a savings account. I had a savings account, and I had money in my savings account. So when I looked at it with my credit card, I was paying my credit card interest rate was 15%, and then with my savings account it was like a 0.5. Like, I was not earning a lot of money for having $5,000 sitting in a bank account, but I was paying a lot of money for having $10,000 in credit card bill. So I made the decision that I was going to take all my savings. I was going to take all my savings and then put it towards my credit card payment. When I did the math, here's what literally drove me to the point to close out all of my savings. So when you put your money in a savings account, like you gave it to a bank and then you put it in a savings account, so that bank is taking your money and then using it as loaning that money out to borrowers, and then they are charging a high interest rate, more than what they're giving you, for using your money, for using your savings. And then, but they're not giving you a lot in interest. They're not paying you a lot in interest. So I decided, looking at everything, so you are charging me almost close to $200 in interest every single month, and then with my money in my savings account, you're giving me like only 35 cents every single month in interest. So the math did not add up to me at all. And this money that I have in my savings account, I don't think I'm going to need it in the foreseeable future. So why is it just sitting there? And that's why I made that decision to take my savings, whatever I had in my savings account, and just put that huge chunk of money towards my credit card. So that's something that also helped me too. And then another tip that helped me is I was making more than the minimum monthly payments. While I was trying to pay off my credit card bill, I would put at least $1,000 towards my credit card. So which means that I cut out a lot of stuff. So it took discipline. It took me knowing what was important and understanding that I cannot afford to spend unnecessary money because I was drowning in credit card debt. And that is something that if I had kept making the lowest payment or just making the bare minimum payment, I will still have that credit card debt right at this moment. Okay, so here is a bonus tip that you can also look into. I actually just learned this while I was doing research, is that if you own a huge amount of money, or if you own like a revolving balance on your credit card, and you are a person who have been consistent with making the minimum monthly payment, you can basically call the card issuer company and ask for an interest rate review. So if you can call the company and say, okay, I have been consistent with making the payment and I would like to lower my interest rate, can you do that for me? And that is something that you are entitled to. That's what I learned, and I would recommend that you look into this a little bit more to understand how it works. That will help you lower your interest rate, and in the future you will be you will be paying less money towards interest. So I think that's something to look into. And if you are on a debt-free journey, I wish you good luck out there. I am as well. Like I said, on a debt-free journey. I did not want to own any more bank, any kind of money at all, and I started this whole journey last year with over $18,000 in debt, and right now I own about $3,000 left. I have $3,000 more to pay off, and I hope to have it paid off by April. I am still doing the at least $1,000 every single month towards my payment, so that that is something that I'm willingly giving, like I'm willingly sacrificing that $1,000 and making adjustment in order to be debt free. So yeah, to summarize, the way I was able to be free from that $1,000 credit card debt obligation, number one was to create a budget and also basically kind of transfer all my bills and my paycheck to correspond within the same time frame, so which was the first of the month. I got paid once a month, and then I paid all of my bill within that time frame, and then whatever was left just went towards my credit card payment. Number two was that I used my savings account. So whatever I had in my savings account, I basically took all of my money in my savings account and I put it towards my credit card payment, because I knew that I was not going to need that money in the foreseeable future, and this is something that I was eager to get rid of. This is something that I wanted to get rid of. So the other one was basically understanding how APR and interest rate work, which is why it helped me to make that decision to use my savings account as my credit card payment. And then the most important one is basically to live the lifestyle that you can afford. So if you cannot afford the lifestyle, do not go out there trying to use your credit card to fill the gap between your earnings and what you can actually afford. I think that's one of the reasons why I accumulate so much credit card debt, because my paycheck was not enough to fulfill my wants, because they're not needs, my wants in life. So I use my credit card to basically fill the gap. So if you're on a debt-free journey, I wish you good luck. I know you can do it. All it takes is just a little bit of discipline, some research, and knowing where to cut back and where to spend. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Also comment down below about any kind of future video content that you would like to see. I do plan to make more video about finances and savings account, and also document my whole investment, and as well as my debt-free journey, which I'm close to being paid off at this moment. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.